Good morning, folks. What is going on? Really do appreciate you being here. And you betcha it's another episode of Sourcing Fodder. Now, if you are new here, my name's Chris and I'm building a business that suits my lifestyle. Now, majority of that time is not out here thrifting, but today we are going thrifting. We're going to Savers, and this is actually the fun part of the job. I mean, I love most elements of my business that I've created, but at the same time there's elements which I just have to do, otherwise it drives me insane, because it's a way to let off steam, it's a way to have a bit of fun, and going to Savers is a way to do that. And today, even better, we have 50% off clothing, which is, you know, what I've been selling for the last good almost 1 year and 3 months, maybe a bit more than that. Actually, if you haven't checked out the video, I did a video of what it looked like after selling clothing for 1 year on eBay, and it was really rewarding. There's still lots of lessons in this, you know, what brands to pick, profit margins, making sure that I'm paying the right price for things and all that jazz. But at the end of the day, it's a lot of fun. It's a great way to learn, and Savers enables that for anyone that wants to get into this. So I'm going to head off to Savers now. It's 7:30. They open at 8 a.m. this morning for the 50% sale. I like to get in early just because I've got other things to do. And then after this, I've actually got to go pick up a consignment deal, and then I'll be at the shop for the rest of the day just working away. And what I've actually found, a bit of a side story here, is ever since I've taken on a photographer and taken on a contractor to do my listings, the idea was that, you know, I'm going to be doing less work. But the reality is I'm actually doing more work now, because now I'm doing things that I couldn't do when I didn't have the time to, like working on new categories, or trying to enable better processes, or meeting up with new contacts and building up those relationships, doing all these things that I couldn't do while I was doing all the other things. I just didn't have time, or if I did, I was absolutely exhausted and burnt out. Whereas now I've got the freedom, a bit more freedom, to be able to do those extra things, whether it's working on the business or working in the business in a different way. So it's really starting to come together. This month has been pretty rewarding so far. Like, we're the 20th of February and we're seeing a bit of an uptick, but it still scares me, because you have one down week and it kind of screws the numbers up and things like that. So anyway, I digressed. If you want to know more about that kind of stuff, I usually drop those videos on Monday. Let's go to Savers. There we go. Team, all done. Look, it wasn't actually anything crazy. It was, in terms of people and chaos and busy, it was up there. It was there was a lot happening. Look, there's sometimes pros and cons of coming early, because they're still putting stuff out, and they were bringing out stuff literally every 5-10 minutes. Like, it's just chaos. So if I can, I might actually sneak into another Savers a little bit later. But anyway, that aside, just want to say a big shout out to Marilyn. She actually come up and said hi to me. Really do appreciate it. It means the absolute world to me when people do that. So thank you for saying hi. Big shout out to you. I haven't even looked at how much we've spent in totals and things like that. So we're going to do this real time. I did pick up a couple of books, actually. I snuck by the book section on the way out. Got a couple of books. Didn't film much, just because it was just, I had to be so focused on just doing stuff. So we've got a total of 18 items by the looks of it. Yep. And we've spent a total of $142. Let's do some quick math here. So $7.90 cost of goods. That's epic. That's what we want to hear. Getting it lower, lower, and lower. Look, hopefully, actually, I might sneak into another Savers after I've got done my next appointment. Probably swing by one more if I can. Look, no promises. You'll find out in this video. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Bread and butter run, really. Just lots of everyday kind of items. Got a few jackets and things, like, when I say jackets, like sport zips, full zips, hoodies, really just to get ready for winter. I've been selling a lot of North Face and a lot of my fleece at the moment, so people are getting ready for it early. While it's probably still a bit cheap because it's still summer, people are marking it down. So that's that. I need to go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna go find a loo. And I gotta go to my appointment for my consignment pickup, and then maybe we'll sneak into another Savers at the end. So let's do it. All right, team, we are back. So not going to another Savers, just don't have time. I've just caught up with my consignment group and had a really good chat. So did some stakeholder management and things like that, which is really great. And this is what I love about building a business. And I don't get to talk about this is because most of the time I'm talking about, you know, I'm listing this or I'm photographing that, or this is how much it sold. But there's all these other elements of business which I haven't even got to talk about because it hasn't been necessarily relevant at the time or hasn't really come to life. But it's cool to be able to start to build your own business, start to work with different clients or different vendors to achieve common goals. And that's what I was just doing. I had a coffee with one of my clients, and it was great. Like, I'm really stoked by it, and I feel really proud because I just never thought this is where I would be. That aside, we're going to head back to the storage unit. I'll take you through all the goodies that I got from Savers. Might even give you a bit of a insight of what's been going on, but by the time you see this video, it's probably already going to be 3 weeks behind. But hey, why not? I'll show you a bit of insight of just the things that I'm dealing with on a day-to-day basis. You know, now that I'm not necessarily doing the cogs in the business, like the daily dues, but I'm working on other things of making things better. But my current problem at the moment is I'm running out of space only because I've started to ramp up. The business hasn't actually caught up with the volume of sales yet. So having to do a bit of shuffling and juggling of things just to make a bit more space. I'm actually going to go get some lunch, and I might even grab another shelving unit from Bunnings just to just so I've got it. And I might even get into that today, but I do have to do some postage as well. I've got 14 orders to go out. Things are happening, things are moving in the right direction, but you know, it's not always like this. Sometimes it's a bit low as well. I just want to make sure that I'm not here, you know, tooting my own horn and telling you how good all this is and that I'm having my best week or whatever. But you know, there's a lot of things going on at the same time. So that's what we're gonna go do. Yeah. All right, team, we are back at the storage unit. It's chaos here at the moment. I'll give you a quick little insight. Stuff everywhere. This is all still got to go into bags. We're getting it into bags. This is how it gets picked up for washing. It's just getting sorted into colors. This is all stuff that's ready to go. Now, I've actually run out of room, which was some of the stuff I was talking about. So I have actually got another shelf under here. This is all other stuff that's just arrived. This is all electronics. I've got to change all this out. Whether I get to it today is a different conversation, but for now, let me take you through what we got. We did get a couple of books. This one actually will probably be a good giveaway, to be honest. But these two, I reckon I'll get a good 40 bucks there. We did get this little Witcher number. Now, this isn't anything special, but these tend to do well international. They sit forever, but I have sold a couple from Jinx, the video game stuff. So that little guy, we've got a super dry bread and butter jumper. We've got a Dickies jumper. Nothing crazy here, guys. We did get this Yamaha Rob Mac Racing jacket fleece. Should get 40 bucks. We've got a little Jumpman jersey. This is a boys, so 12 to 14, I think it is. We did get this one. Never sold this before. By lease. It looks pretty nice. We've got a little Nike here. And another little interesting one, women's, which is Fella Hamilton. Now, Fella Hamilton, I don't know much about it. This one, I've seen it sell a few times for $40 plus postage, so figured I'll give it a go. And we've got a nice little HSV, newer tags, big size, 6XL. So I've got that. And then over here we have, and sorry if I'm rushing, I've just got heaps to do, guys. We did get a whole bunch of different jeans. We've got some super dry jeans. We've got some Scotch and Soda cargo pants. We've got some 511 Levi's, some 514 Levi's, and I think these are actually still new. And we got some vintage Wrangler made in Australia, which is pretty cool. I haven't had a made in Australia pair before, so that's it, folks. I'll leave it there. If you have any questions, do let me know. This is how much I've spent, average cost of good. If I've sold anything by the time you see this, this is how much I made. I've got to go process all this. I've got some Lego to send, some Assassin's Creed. Someone purchased 2 of these. It's going to US, so that's going to be a beast. Yeah, alright. I'm going to do some work. Ciao!